It's a question I ask every guest on this podcast. Tell me about the first time that you felt famous.
It was Macy's. Macy's was a very big deal for me because that was one of those stores I don't covet. Like if I can't afford it, I can't afford it. I ain't tripping on it. I'm move on. But Macy's was one of those stores. I was like, I would love to shop at Macy's. And I had moved to New Jersey with my ex-husband, and they had a Macy's day. And that meant that everything was like 40 to 60% off, particularly kitchenware. And I decided that I was going to go and get a new spatula, and I was going to get a new blender. Very exciting for me. Okay. So I go into the store. I get the blender, I get the spatula. Everything is great. And on the way up, I look and I saw the shoe department, and I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of shoes. I look over, but there's a whole bunch of people in that area, and they all turned and looked at me. And I was like, then they started running and screaming. And the running and screaming sparked other people in the area to run and scream. And all I could hear was my name. It's Jill Scott. It's Jill Scott. It's Jill Scott. It's Jill Scott. And the people from the mall started running into the Macy's. And I ran. I ran as hard and as fast as I could. And I hid.
Where did you hide?
I found a little corner. They had a rack of the one of those round racks, and it was a little corner, and it was right by the door. And I kind of hid in there, waiting for everybody to go away. That's when I found out I had anxiety. I didn't know that either. I had no idea. That's when I was like, I don't know if I like this part. Because I'm just like, hey. And they're like running in my direction and screaming, and it freaked me out. I think that was the moment I was like, oh, this fame thing. I don't know. I don't know if I like her. I still don't know.
Well, how do you balance it? Because the kind of music you make is so personal and emotional. So people probably feel like they know you in a much different way than other artists. Like I can only imagine how starstruck fans, some of the stories they might tell you and share, much like I just did when I was like, yo, so me and my ex, let me just tell you what happened. And because of the type of music. So how do you handle that part of it? Is that you make something that automatically makes people feel so connected to you, but we don't know you.
I don't know what to do. All I can do is try to explain a little bit as I go along. Like, listen, guys, I'm not, I'm not a celebrity. I'm just not. Like, I know what you said. I know what you think. I know what I've done, but I don't feel that way in my heart. I feel like I'm an artist. I'm a renaissance artist. I'm a writer, I'm an actor, I'm a poet, I'm a singer. I sing different genres of music. I don't feel like a celebrity. That was never my goal. That was never any part of me ever thought about famous or being famous. And I guess, people are like, "Oh, that's so dumb." Yeah, I guess so. It wasn't something I even thought about. And then I had to deal with it. And I lost some family members. And I don't mean they passed. I mean that they had to get out of my life. I lost some friends because they had to get out of my life. I was like, I stopped speaking to my mother, which is major, for about 6 months because she felt fanny to me. And I would explain, I'm like, Mom, I don't need that. I need you to be my mom. I need you to be my mom. It's a lot going on. There's more money than I ever had. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with it. I don't, there's more people calling themselves my friends. Like, I need you to just stay grounded with me because this is a lot to take in. I'm grateful. but I'm also having to deal with the reality of being famous. New people playing my music at like 3 or 4 in the morning, driving by the house, blasting it, because they want me to hear it. I heard it, I did it. What I mean? Like y'all, it's still me. It's still the John that walks to the 33 bus, and waits for it, or runs for it rarely. But, it's still me. And that is the part that I hold on to the most. That's the part that's most important to me. The 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 woman, the mom, the truth seeker, the student, the lover. Um those things are more important to me than everything else. I don't want to lose that. That whole thing about, gaining the world and losing your soul. I'm not interested. No thanks. You know, I like money, so don't get me wrong. I enjoy I enjoy being able to buy some shit and share it with, others. You know, I do. But at the same time, I really enjoy going to Target. I love that place. And now that I got a mask, and if I don't wear a special mask and I don't do my eyes or nothing, and I
They
go to
don't know you. They don't know
honey,
it's
I could
you.
stay all day. All day. You could stay all day. Get my little
Uh,
coffee, put my earbuds in, and just, go down the aisles. Take my sweet time.
So, how did you repair the relationship with your mom?
She got it. She got it. I came home from the road and I had been on the road for about 2 years. And I came home limp. I had nothing, nothing. And my grandmother washed me up in the shower while I cried, and my mom put me in one of her nightgowns, and they put me in my grandma's bed. They don't tell you, how grueling, touring can be. They don't really prepare you for that. Next thing you know, you're doing it. And I loved so much of it. It was on my list of things to do was to see the world. And here I am, North Philly John in Paris. Like, what? Can't fit a damn thing. There's nowhere to buy anything for me, at the time. But I'm in Amsterdam. I'm in Japan. I'm like in Germany, like all over. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I just needed the balance. Now I know how to tour. Now I know you don't tour for 2 years straight. I understand. If the goal is a lot of money, then great. I like to make money, like I said, but I also need the balance. And now I have a child, that needs to see me and smell me and talk to me and, all of those important things. He needs my love and guidance. And, I just make sure that I tour for a couple of months and then I come home and I hang out and I pot shit, and I roll shit. I try to balance this out. I make sure I, sweep my kitchen floor. Simple things that keep me grounded. It's important to me.